Hi, today we're going to work on making a favicon. A favicon is the little icon that you see in the upper left-hand corner of a tab of a website. Here's the Betiopolis favicon, a B, and here's the Flickr favicon, it's two dots. And here's the file we're going to be working on, and as you can see, it doesn't have a favicon, but we're going to take this little GIF image and turn it into a favicon that'll work up here. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is show you where the files that we're working on are. I have this Moby Web folder on my desktop. It has 3 files in it. The relevant ones are this one called Moby End. That's the one you saw, and that's the one to which we'll be adding a favicon. And we're going to be taking that little orange whale image and making it into the favicon. So let's start by opening this orange whale image in Photoshop and making it into a favicon. So what you need to know about a favicon is it needs to be a transparent image. It should be square so that it fits properly into that little space in the tab. And it needs to be fewer than 64 pixels wide and high. I usually make mine 32. Just because it doesn't need to be that big of an image. Because ultimately, if you look at these favicons, they're tiny. This is like 16 by 16 pixels. So there's no point of making a 64 by 64 pixel favicon because that's just more image weight to load every time. So I'm going to start by cropping this image so that it's square. And let's see how big it is now. You can do that by looking here. So I want it to be just a square image with the whale in the middle, because we're going to do save for web to make it the right size. So I'm going to make mine, well, this is not the easiest thing a person could do. I'm going to make mine 150 by 150. I'm going to scoot the whale up in the middle. Boy, that barely fits. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. 160 by 160. All right, so now the whale fits. I'm going to put him right in the middle, and I'm going to hit enter to apply that crop. So now I need to make him into my favicon, and I'm going to do that using File, Save for Web. I'm going to make sure that ping 24 is selected with transparency up here in the optimization settings box. And I'm going to go down here to the image size and make him 32 by 32 pixels. If I hit 32 in the width, it automatically applies that to the height because this proportional locking mechanism is applied. So I'm going to click Save. And I'm going to put him in that same folder. See, I can look here and see that the Moby Web folder on my desktop is selected. I'm going to make the name orangesp, that's sperm whale.pmg, and I'm just going to save the image. No HTML needed. So I'm going to hit save. Alright, so now I'm going to navigate to that folder to make sure everything worked out properly, and it did. Life is good. So I can close this and not save that. Alright, so now we'll actually put the code in the web page. I'm going to open the web page in a text editor called Coda. I'm going to use Coda because it makes it easy for me to zoom in and zoom out. Text Wrangler doesn't do that, but it'll make it easier for you in the long run to read the code that I'm typing in. For now, I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to show you where we're going to put the markup that will add the favicon to our site. We're going to put it up in the head portion of the document. If you recall, the head portion of an HTML document is the part of the web page that includes really important information about making the page work, but doesn't actually have anything in it that appears in the web page. It doesn't have paragraphs or anything like that. So this particular web page, moby.html, has a title, has a character set, which tells it to be in typical American English and not Cyrillic characters. And it has all these styles that tell it how to look. And now we're going to put in a link that will tell it to have a favicon. So this is how you do it. Oh, I'll zoom in. Link, rel, and that means relationship. It says, what is the relationship of this link to the web page? And we're making a link that is an icon. The next piece, the next attribute you have to have in there is the type. Oops, equals image. And the next attribute is the href, or the location, or the name of the file. Same thing. But this href tells it that the icon's going to be this orange underscore sp.png image. And then you just close the link and that should be working. So I'm going to save that. And I'm going to go to MobiWeb. I'm going to preview it in Firefox. And by golly, look, there's a favicon up there. And that is all you need to do to make a favicon.